Alaikum everybody. खैरियत है सब? Everybody okay? In difficult times, you have to be
Thank
first.
you.
The
जी,
first
वालेकुम
thing is
सलाम।
health. इतने डॉक्टर हैं तो आपको पता है health is wealth. खुदा ना खास्ता शरीर ऐसे चीज है that once it stops working, then we realize the true value of health. So health is wealth, and inshallah, Allah आपका आप पे बख्शे, and everybody in the family stays safe. Be safe. That's first. Don't say, मुझे कुछ नहीं होगा, मैं मेरी कौम ही अलग है. नहीं. You have to take all the precautions. Yeah, that's important. So welcome to this session. We're going to have fun because we're going to have interactivity. That's why I'm going to use this app. It's called Peer Deck. It's going to make learning fun, and plus you're going to get an output from this session. So we'll have a PDF file which we'll mail to all of you as well. It'll be wonderful. It'll have the deck that I'm using. In addition to the deck that I'm using, you will get your output as well. So to have fun, we'd like you to log in with this password that we've given you on the chat. So in case you haven't logged in before on Zoom and you just joined, Anna will keep repeating that regularly. So keep your eyes glued onto the chat for joinpt.com and the code for the lesson. I'll flash it up on the big screen as well. So joinpt.com, code is KWBGVB. All right. So far we got 5 people up on this interactive chat as well. So we're going to have fun. So let's move on. We're going to move on with some, just energizers and get you to be familiar how to use this app. तो आज आपका मिजाज कैसा है? मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ. मिजाज कैसा है? अरबी में कहते हैं शौनक. आपका कलर क्या है? आपका शरीर का रंग क्या है? आपका जो है जिस्म क्या कहता है? आप खुश हो, नाराज हो, कैसे हो? Circle and pick up a icon. Pick up the emoticon from the 4 that are listed up on the chat on this particular browser. Yep. So I'm just trying to see how many of you are. Masood Saab is picked up. Circle कर दें उसको, circle कर दें. Okay. जिशान जी थोड़े नाराज नजर आ रहे हैं आज, पता नहीं क्यों. Okay. So जिशान जी नाराज ना होए. Alshia is also tick mark. Says she's wonderful. She's on top of the world. Wow, Masood Saab ne abhi red color leke pura circle kar diya. So you can see now we're going to have fun like this. And we'll also have a full report generated at the end of this session. So now that you are 13 of you on this session, I just have only 6 people up on this app. So Anna, one more time, please remind everybody to try and log in onto this app. So what do you wonder about today's topic? Today's topic is business model innovation. आपको क्या लगता है, आपको क्या अंदाजा है कि इस टॉपिक में हम क्या कवर करेंगे, या आपकी क्या उम्मीद है कि क्या कवर होना चाहिए इस टॉपिक में? Start typing. Good, type your output. Once you're on this app, you'll get the opportunity to type. So please type. What would you want? What do you think this topic is all about? And that, in other words, is what do you think are your objectives from this topic? Both will be covered in this one activity. Masood Saab Karen, new trends in business world. That's correct. Inshallah, we will cover that. I will give a star for wonderful answer also. So Masood Javed Saab gets 1 star. Irfan Bhai gets 1 star. Points to focus on during what? I don't know. He's got to complete that. Zishan Saab says, talk about innovation which helps organization. Absolutely. More so in difficult times. So whether difficult or not difficult, we are saying this is going to be the new normal. So अभी किसी से भी हाथ मिलाने में आप झटकाएंगे. You will hesitate. You will not do things, meeting people the way you were before. So new normal has come to stay. Whether vaccine is there, vaccine not saying it's permanent. So all vaccine manufacturers also saying this will become like an annual flu shot. हर साल एक इंजेक्शन टीका लगाना पड़ेगा बंदे को. Okay. So in that scenario, what is it that we need to do to be able to survive? Aisha is saying enable our organization to a sustainable business model. Correct. And digital trends that are there in the business. Absolutely. Digitalization. Khurram Saab is saying digitalization. Masood Saab is saying some digital and adaptability trends. All of you are right. We are going to do all of that. We're basically going to look at the business that we're in. Is that the business we should be in? Or can we do something much more in current scenarios? So more about that as we come to that in a few minutes. So Anand's already introduced me. I work out of Dubai the last 29 years. Before that, I was in the United States, and I was born in Kashmir. My parents were born in Rawalpindi. So our hometown is called Kalar Saida, which is in Rawalpindi. It is Kalar Saida is now Tehsil. So district is Rawalpindi. My parents both were born over there. My in-laws were born in Sakhar, in Shikarpur, in Sindh. Okay, so I was born in Kashmir, Indian side Kashmir. That's me. I'm going to get to know you better as we move along. So this is my wonderful comment at the start of the session. If you get the business model wrong, there is almost no chance of success. So example, I'm a breakfast biscuit company in Pakistan. और मैं ट्रेडिशनली सोर्स से बिस्किट बेच रहा हूँ कैसे थ्रू ग्रोसरी स्टोर बिकॉज जब से कंपनी शुरू हुई है मैं ग्रोसरी स्टोर से ही जो छोटी छोटी दुकानें हैं दुकानदार के जरिए मैं बेच रहा हूँ मेरा माल सो इफ आई डोंट लुक एट अ न्यू बिजनेस मॉडल English breakfast biscuit will not survive. This is my prophecy. You have to look at how else can you run the business differently. So if you don't think of running the business differently, there's no way there's going to be survival. I'm going to take you through a very unusual example because, all the time we give example business, Amazon, flan, tan. So I'll start with a music band, an unknown music band in our part of the world. In America, they are called NIN. NIN was their logo. It is 9-inch nails. 9 inch लंबे 9 inch मतलब my hand span is 9 inches 9 inch लंबे कीले 9 inch nail क्या नाम दिया उन्होंने बैंड का और उनका लोगो था ये तो I want to show you a short video कि how did they do their business how come they became the first band in the world to earn millions of dollars so किस किस्म के अजीब not only songs produce किए उन्होंने But unka business model kya tha? Watch this video for 5-6 minutes, and then I'm going to ask you some question on what you learned from 9-inch nails. So watch them carefully. It's wonderful. Skip this. I'm going to stop share. 1 second.
To his business on the bus.
In 1988, a young man named Trent Reznor formed a band that was going to make a huge dent in the history of rock music. The band was called 9-Inch Nails, and they drew inspiration from a wide range of genres, including pop, punk, and electronic music. Their unique sound, outlandish live performances, and wildly successful sophomore album quickly made them popular all around the world. But 9-Inch Nails isn't just a band that produces great music and shows. They've also been different and better at marketing their music than most other bands. Everything from alternate reality games, ultra deluxe versions of their albums, and mysterious powders have been utilized to bond the business side of music with the art side of music, leading 9-Inch Nails to create a much stronger connection with their fans. Let's take a closer look. Something very interesting happened when Trent Reznor, the frontman of 9-Inch Nails, started creating their 5th studio album, Year Zero. It's a concept album about the story of a dystopian future in the US in the year 2022.
Imagine what the world might be like in the future, maybe 15 years or so in the future.
A future where the world is ridden by war, manipulation, and injustice. But this concept wasn't limited to only the story. By questioning what it means to create a concept in a digital age, Trent changed his plans and his intention altogether. He wasn't just going to create an album, he also created a remix album. And he was also planning to do a film adaptation, but the most interesting part is the alternate reality game. Let's dive a bit deeper into that one. There was a lot of creative energy put into the promotion and marketing of Year Zero. One example of this is the t-shirts that 9-Inch Nails sold while they were touring their previous album. The t-shirt contained highlighted letters that spelled out the words, "I am trying to believe." By typing these words into a web browser and adding .com at the end, fans could access a website. This was the first step in an alternate reality game that encouraged fans to create a community around the album. What people found on these websites were quoted to be shattered glimpses of the future. Articles, videos, and images that explored the dystopian world introduced in the album's various storylines. And it didn't stop there. At concerts in Lisbon, Manchester, and Barcelona, the group would also drop USB keys that contained leaks of songs from the new album. There were even hidden URLs, images, and phone numbers hidden in static that fans could decipher through spectrograph analysis. Shortly said, it was an alternate reality hidden in hundreds of puzzles found in their merch and free content. Because of this wildly believable concept, fans started engaging with it. They helped create fan art, shared it with their friends and families, and basically helped Nine Inch Nails market their new album. By solving different puzzles in the game, a small group of fans won the chance to attend a so-called secret resistance meeting. They were transported by Buzz to a hidden venue where a surprise live concert was held. Year Zero was an engaging experience, to say the least. It was a mystery waiting to be discovered, shared, and expanded upon by fans. And because of that, it was a huge commercial success as well, selling over 180,000 copies during its first release. And I believe much of the success boils down to a few simple concepts. The band always wanted to share and connect with their audience above all else. With Nine Inch Nails' next album release, they definitely turned things upside down again. Ghosts 1 to 4 was not only different stylistically with its instrumental and daydreamy vibe. Commercially, they decided to give the whole album away for free on their website. There are different examples of artists today that give out their albums for free, but back in 2008, this was still being frowned upon. At this point, the band had just started their own label. They gave their album away for free, and they also offered an ultra deluxe limited edition of Ghosts, selling for $300 US. After just 30 hours, the limited edition had sold out, and they had generated sales for over $1.6 million, so there wasn't that much to frown upon anymore. Nine Inch Nails' way of offering value first, by giving their album away for free, and their wantingness to give their fans something extra through the deluxe version of the album, are great examples of one thing. They cared more about connecting with their fans than anything else. Nearly 2 weeks after the release of the album, Reznor organized and announced a user-created film festival as an accompaniment to the album.
We wondered how we could expand the experiment to involve the community. And we thought it would be interesting to see what you could come up with in terms of a visual counterpart to the music that we've created.
It was revealed that the project was stripped of much artwork and song titles to create a blank canvas for the project. Reznor explained that the endeavor was not meant as a contest, but as an experiment in collaboration and a chance for the band and the fans to interact beyond the typical one-way artist-to-fan relationship.
We're going to stop here. So what did you learn from this wonderful video? Unheard of for most of you. So what did you see from Nine Inch Nails? क्या किया इन्होंने, क्या क्या चीजें जो थी आपने नोटिस की जो कि अजीब थी, जो कि आम बैंड नहीं करता है, आम म्यूजिशियन नहीं करता है, आम जो कलाकार है वो नहीं करता है, आम जो फनकार है नहीं करता है. भले फतेह अली खान होने दो, you benchmark with them. Nobody's done it the way they done it. Example, the t-shirts or engagement. What do they do? Excellent, excellent, Aga. Wonderful point. Marketing through gamification. The augmented reality, which they introduced 2008, 12 years ago. Imagine they did that. Different marketing, different ideas, different way. How they dropped at different places, they dropped a USB containing leakage of their songs. तो कि spiral हो जाए, viral हो जाए, घूमता फिरता कहीं का कहीं गाना चला जाए. No need to download. They themselves were throwing away USBs. So people think, अरे ये USB कहाँ से आया? किसी का leaked गाना आया. Wow! Imagine, completely different way of doing things. The premium model, they gave songs free, and in contrast, they made a $300 pack, which was premium pack. You saw that. Folder, binder, maybe engraved, maybe with your autograph. And how many did they sell? Oh, they told you in 30 hours, they sold out everything that they produced, leading them to getting sales of millions of dollars. Okay. So on one end, they gave away songs free. On the other end, they had an album for $300. And they made millions of dollars out of that. So how can we keep the same things in mind? When we look at our business, whatever it is, it could be pharma sales, it could be FMCG sales, it could be a bank, it could be anything. We need a new business model, new way to look and to search for things. So all of you who gave those answers, wonderful. I've already given star to all those answers. They kept doing value addition, and all of the points that you said are correct. So I'm going to skip the slide. You already saw that up there. The 300 Ultra Deluxe limited edition package was a game changer from their standpoint. So I want you to have a look at this and tell me, what do you think went wrong with these products? So what went wrong with, a handheld digital recorder? What went wrong with an automotive company like Ambassador Car in India? What went wrong with the fax machine? What went wrong with Napster? What went wrong with iPod? What went wrong with the Kodak camera? What went wrong with Sony Walkman? Okay, so here is your chance. Type in your answers. What went wrong? Why did these companies and products what was the problem? Brilliant. So I'm going to give a 30-second more and listen to your answers. Just 8 of you are interacting on this app. I don't know why. You're 15 of you. So 7 can still log in on this app. Anand, can you get everybody involved? Let me just see
Yeah,
here. Somebody's trying to type something up
yeah.
in the chat.
Khurram and Zubair, I can see they're interacting on the
Okay.
chat on Zoom.
Lovely,
It would
lovely.
be great, guys, if you can just open up another browser and type joinpd.com over there and mention the code KWBGVB. It's mentioned here in the
आपको
chat box,
पूरा
and you guys
पूरा
can press
रिपोर्ट
it.
मिलेगा तो
Yeah.
पूरा रिपोर्ट मिलेगा नहीं तो आपके पॉइंट चैट में लॉस्ट आउट हो जाएंगे आप एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे पूरे लॉग इन होंगे and will get a full report. You will be able to enjoy everybody's output as well. So excellent. I will go through all of the points here. They didn't focus on innovation. That is so true. They just ran me also, me too product. All of them sum up in one solution, meaning some new solution came and that made them obsolete. आज कैमरा की किसकी जरूरत है? आज अगर मैं छुट्टियों पे जा रहा हूँ, टहलने जा रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ जा रहा हूँ, कहाँ पे मैं जा रहा हूँ? मैं जा रहा हूँ कश्मीर के पहाड़ियों के ऊपर. I don't need a camera. I'll be a बेवकूफ if I take a camera today. Today मैं ले जाऊंगा मेरा मोबाइल फोन जिसपे अच्छा सा कैमरा है. Okay, so today the cell phone is the best camera. Think about it. So camera company didn't think about that because at one stage Nokia became the largest camera manufacturer in the world. Every Nokia phone that had a camera was competing not with another telephone company, not with another cell phone company. That Nokia with a camera was competing with a Kodak or a Polaroid, which had already become obsolete. So their modifications were not in line with the business, in line with the customer's needs. They did not change. They shut their eyes to the changing world. Masood, absolutely correct. Okay. Nothing wrong with the product, but better products, better solutions were available. So customer automatically transited to the new solution because अगर कोई बेहतरीन चीज आपको मिल रही है तो आप क्यों खामखा पुराने चीज में समझो आप ऑटोमोटिव मैन्युफैक्चरर हो और आप वो पुरानी पुरानी सी जो आपकी सुजुकी गाड़ी है पाक सुजुकी की वो ही खरीदते जा रहे हो क्योंकि दूसरी कोई गाड़ी मिल ही नहीं रही आपको. पर अगर टोयोटा ने लॉन्च कर दी अच्छी सी गाड़ी कराची में एंड इट इज कॉम्पैक्ट कार इन लाइन विद the car that Suzuki has, automatically Park Suzuki will be out of business. They will not have competitive advantage. So all of you are right. All of your comments are perfect. So let's learn three important things of our topic of today. What exactly is business model innovation? Why do we need business model innovation? And how can you make sure your organization follows business model innovation? In whatever you do, how can you imbibe business model innovation? So let's look at that. Let's look at the first part, the what part. So what do you think is business model innovation? According to you, आपका क्या अंदाजा है कि ये business model innovation ये किस किस्म का जानवर है? इसको जरा describe करें आप. Can you describe this creature to me? What is business model innovation? Time starts now. I'm going to give you a minute and then I will let you see everybody's responses. I'm hiding the response now. I want you to write down first. What, according to you, is business model innovation? Try, type. What exactly is business model innovation? Okay, so let's see what are the answers here, what are the responses here. Staying relevant in all environment by solving bigger problems, selling one product. Excellent, Masood. We will see how that's relevant. Figuring out additional ways to generate revenue and value addition. In addition to tested ones, Irfan, 10 out of 10 to you. A model which enables us to build business in a competitive way better than others. So how do you be the value differentiator? More so in difficult times, making your organization sustainable over the long term by reinventing the value you bring to your customers. Wow, brilliant. And simple strategy to focus on your customer needs and innovate better. Awesome. All right, all of that, Aga, you're right, will lead to win-win solution. I'll give you a star for that. All right, so let's define what exactly is business model innovation and why do we need it, more so in difficult times. So how do we define it? It is defined as the invention of new ways of doing business. Simple, a new tarika. So supposing I'm a Habib Bank, I have to find a new tarika how to do the banking. I can't make sure that business exists with my traditional approach of having branches. चलो जी मैं हर जगह ब्रांच खोल दूं, हैदराबाद में खोल दूं, सकर में खोल दूं, ओके फैसलाबाद में खोल दूं, and I think I'm doing wonderful work. तो वो जमाना गया branches का. Today they have to think of new ways to do business. How can they have a footprint in every mall in Pakistan? So I go to Dolmen Mall. वहां पे एक कियोस्क होना चाहिए. ओके, काउंटर की जरूरत नहीं है, ब्रांच की जरूरत नहीं है, पर डॉलमेन मॉल में कैश डिपॉजिट मशीन होनी चाहिए, एटीएम होनी चाहिए, एंड इंटीग्रेटेड मशीन होनी चाहिए. सो इट्स अ न्यू वे टू डू बिजनेस. मुझे एक नया खाता खोलना है, नया अकाउंट खोलना है, शुड बी एबल टू डू दैट फ्रॉम द सेम कियोस्क. Okay, or to go completely digital, to go online. The aim is to provide new and increased value to customers, for the company and for its partners. Basically, for all the stakeholders, we want increased value. That's what business model innovation does. So to repeat, what's the definition? The definition is we want to invent new ways of doing business that will benefit all the stakeholders. So if we were to put it in a quadrant form, we have 4 quadrants and we'll put it in a quadrant form. And first quadrant, we take first top right-hand quadrant. It means to adapt to rapidly changing environment and to see opportunity that competition is not seeing. To see where the opportunities are. So I'm a Nestle in Pakistan. I have to see कि भाई ये दूध और दही के अलावा मैं क्या बेच सकता हूँ पाकिस्तान में. ओके, क्या पोटेंशियल है. समझो मैं अलग अलग किस्म का रायता बेच सकता हूँ, आइसक्रीम बेच सकता हूँ, कि दूध तो है ही मेरे पास, और मैं क्या बेच सकता हूँ. शायद मैं पनीर बेच सकता हूँ. ओके, शायद मैं मिठाई भी बना के बेच सकता हूँ, क्योंकि दूध ऑलरेडी है, दूध है, From doodh, I can make many things. Okay, so why Nestle not thinking this way? They are partly, but partly they need to challenge themselves more. How can we adapt to changing environment and opportunity? Why not cooked food for Nestle? Nestle already making Nestle paneer, or Nestle already making Nestle raita. So why Nestle can't make Nestle paratha? Think about it. If Nestle paratha is there, automatically मैं जो पुदीना वाला रायता है मैं खरीदूंगा. ओके, जो ये उनका जो रायता है, I will buy. Automatically they will be able to cross sell, upsell. There's a market requirement. There's a major element of differentiation and sustainable competitive advantage. So what you do is different from the rest of the people out there. It's fundamental for enhanced performance and it's key to commercialization. So 4 quadrants that will complement what is the definition of business model innovation. Let's go a little deep with some examples. So here are best-in-class examples that we have. Amazon, best-in-class example. Why is that? It's not an Amazon, it's not a Jeff Bezos himself who thought of that. Jeff Bezos thought, how can Amazon survive? Because Amazon, when was Amazon created, Amazon couldn't survive. There was a better organization than Amazon in America. Less known fact. It was called Zappos. So Zappos was doing customer service, which was called legendary customer service. मतलब कि भाई यकीन नहीं हो रहा है ऐसे customer service हो सकता है. ओके, जैसे कि परियों की कहानी. ओके, नाना नानी कहते होंगे आपको जब ये आप छोटे थे, कहानियां. ओके, ये कहानी में एक परी आई. ओके, एक मलाइका आई. ऐसे हुआ कहानी में. तो that was a kind of service of Zappos. So Zappos was taken over by Amazon to make sure all of those processes lead to business model innovation for Amazon. And that worked for Amazon. So what worked for Dell was challenging a business model of IBM. And IBM had big stores, each store meeting certain requirements, size, facade, store decor, store inventory. And what did a school dropout Michael Dell say? Michael Dell said, ये सब की जरूरत नहीं है. मुझे एक खोखा दे दो, एक बाकड़ा बना के दे दो. एक 10 बाय 5 का बाकड़ा हो जाए या 10 बाय 2 का बाकड़ा भी चलेगा. क्यों? मैं पतला सा, मैं तो वो बाकड़े में फिट हो सकता हूँ. Okay, so why not give me a small booth and I can stand there and I will sell whatever I have to sell. So amazing. That whole concept took off in a big way. Today, number one in the home PC segment is Dell. Nespresso. Nespresso got the bigger झटका when उनकी जो कॉफी थी, उन्होंने देखा जो 25 सेंट की कॉफी है, 1 क्वार्टर की कॉफी है, तो दूसरा बंदा जो है वही कॉफी $2 में बेच रहा है, उससे भी निक्का ग्लास, और $2 में आप पूरी भरनी खरीद के ले आ सकते हैं घर के लिए. You can bring the whole jar of Nescafe. So Nespresso or Nescafe surprised. Why? Because who entered into the space had no idea of coffee, cafe, or beverages. This company, Starbucks, had people willing to pay $2 for a small cup of cappuccino. That prompted Nescafe. Let us think differently. Let us question our business model. हम कॉफी बेचते जाएंगे कि और कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So, big business model innovation from Nespresso is entering into coffee machines, domestic usage coffee machine. Today, you get different sizes of coffee machine, not only for a barista. You can start a coffee shop also and buy an espresso machine. पर घर के लिए आप छोटी सी मशीन खरीद सकते हैं. And how does the machine run? Machine runs on what's called pods. On छोटे छोटे कप जिसमें कॉफी भरी हुई है. कॉफी बीन्स आर ऑलरेडी स्टोर्ड देयर. ये किसने किस्म के कप्स हैं पता नहीं मुझे, मैं तो ऑलवेज कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ. More than 200 SKUs, more than 200 variants of the coffee now Nescafe has. Like Nescafe has dark Brazilian coffee, okay, light coffee, okay, like this, coffee with sugar, coffee without sugar, coffee 2-in-1, coffee 3-in-1. So many variants that they come up with. So a completely different business model has been created by this company. So we can go on and on. In Bangladesh, in a country like Bangladesh, one professor decided enough is enough. This professor is a winner of a Nobel Prize for economics. This professor said I will stop teaching, but go back to my country, Bangladesh, and I will do something different. I will get into microfinancing. How I'll do microfinancing? मैं $2 $5 $500 1,000 रुपए किसी को लोन चाहिए मैं 1,000 पाकिस्तानी रुपए लोन दे दूंगा उनको और कोई डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कोई पेपर वर्क कुछ भी नहीं हम कहते हैं इस्लामिक बैंक ये तो 10 गुना अच्छा इस्लामिक बैंक से इन्होंने ग्रामीण बैंक खोल लिया है विच इज गॉट वर्ल्ड वाइड रिकग्निशन व्हाई इज दैट बिकॉज नो क्वेश्चंस आस्क नो आइडेंटिफिकेशन टेकन एनीबडी आस्क मुझे 1,000 रुपए की सख्त जरूरत है मेरे बिजनेस के लिए 1,000 रुपए कब वापस देगा बंदा वापस देता कि नहीं देता है I was tell you, it has lower NPAs than all banks combined together in Pakistan, by the way. Why is that? Because आप किसी पे अगर एतबार करो, automatically he will respond back in that way. So this bank has the least NPAs in the world and least paperwork to give you a loan. Of course, their exposure level is low because what is the average size of the loan? 1,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 5,000 taka in Bangladesh. So when we think differently, the solutions are different, thinking is different completely. Few slides of matter connected with our definition, then we'll do one activity. So what activities do you perform? How do you do your business? So supposing you're a pharma company, how do you do your business? You're doing pharma formulation, and then you're doing pharma marketing, and then you're doing pharma distribution. So which assets? What abilities do you have? What capabilities you have that you can enhance? Who performs those activities? How can you enhance that? How do you manage a system? Ask questions. Once you start asking questions, solutions are wonderful. One telco in India started asking questions. This telco started in India. Airtel started with JV with Singapore Telecommunication, with Singtel. And the idea that came to them was we could use the phone set for transferring money from location A to location B. समझो मैं हैदराबाद में हूँ और मुझे जो है लाहौर में पैसे भेजने हैं तो बैंक में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है मैं फोन के जरिए पैसे भेज सकता हूँ This idea came to Airtel, but first it came to Airtel in India. एयरटेल इंडिया वालों ने कहा नहीं चलेगा नहीं चलेगा नहीं बिकॉज बड़े से चाचा चौधरी बैठे हुए नहीं चलेगा नहीं चलेगा नहीं चलेगा एयरटेल and market leader in Africa. So what did Airtel do in Africa? They introduced the product M-Pesa in Africa. Super hit. So they challenged the traditional business model. What is the challenge? The traditional business model, our infra, our content, our way of doing business. So you phone, how does it do business? Earning revenue purely based on the calls that you make or the data that you use. Or sometimes the content that you download. Maybe you're taking one caller tune and you're downloading the caller tune. चलो उसके 50 रुपए मिल गए उनको 100 रुपए मिल गए. Okay, a company like Airtel challenged all of that. In India, they challenged content by tying up with कौन बनेगा करोड़पति. कैसे? अमिताभ बच्चन के साथ के शो के साथ टाइप क्या था? Send SMS using Airtel. So what happened? And that SMS is not free. SMS is costing 5 rupees, 10 rupees because you want to be on the show, you want to be on the hot sheet. अमित जी कहना चाहिए आपको आइए जी आप हॉट शीट पे आपका जो है फास्टर फिंगर फर्स्ट पहले जवाब किसने दिया पहले जवाब देने वाला बंदा है अहमद हसनैन आए बैठे हॉट शीट पे so revenue became what revenue became in millions through SMS why because हर एक किसी की यही ख्वाहिश थी कि भाई आई शुड बी विनर ऑन कौन बनेगा करोड़पति ओके मैं भी करोड़पति बन जाऊं right so when you challenge the traditional business model completely new ideas come so outsourced infrastructure Siemens Ericsson had third party developers coming in looked at new marketing methods new branding methods new customer relationship methods that gave Airtel the advantage that it required one German company was in the business of selling equipment this company is a market leader in its category this equipment is for construction it's heavy equipment okay heavy tools their construction tools etc so company is called Hilti so they decided let us do business model innovation in a different way rather than we focus more on selling our tools, why can't we do the plus plus? What is the plus plus? We will look for entrepreneurs and technical people जिनको हम ट्रेनिंग दे सकते हैं. समझो ये ड्रिल मशीन है, मैं समझो टेक्नीशियन को ट्रेनिंग दूं 6 महीने के लिए कि यार ये ड्रिल मशीन कैसे तुझे यूज करनी है, ऑलराइट, एंड देन आई टेल हिम टू सेट अप शॉप on the condition that he buys my machine, and I have funding available through local banks also, right? So banks would give to SME or a new startup entrepreneur a loan also. He sets up ancillary business. What is that? He becomes a technician using my machine and I get him approved. I say he's Hilti approved. Now that business model become a super hit for Hilti. Hilti not only become a market leader in its category, screw fastening, cutting, anchor systems, sonography over wall. So sounds weird, isn't it? So शरीर का सोनोग्राफी होता है, ये दीवारों का भी सोनोग्राफी करके बता सकते हैं सरिया कहाँ है, ताकि आप सही जगह पे होल मारे. क्योंकि आप गलत जगह पे होल ड्रिल करोगे, शायद सरिये के आर पार हो जाएगा, स्ट्रक्चर पूरा वीक हो जाएगा. Okay, so how to go into those kind of advanced technology by thinking differently. In India, we have a paint company. It's called Asian Paints. So what did Asian Paints do? Asian Paints found, though it's a market leader, in the end, you can't force the customer to use Asian Paint. तो कैसे Asian Paint का सेल कैसे इंक्रीज किया जाए? उन्होंने आइडिया, सिमिलर आइडिया, लेट अस ट्रेन जो के नुक्कड़ पे रास्ता अच्छा पेंटर है. तो ऐसी जगह होगी सदर में जहाँ पेंटर खड़े हैं कि आप जाते हो सदर पे, आप बोलते हो दोनों बैठो जी मेरे घर का पेंटिंग करना है, तेरा डेली रेट क्या है? वो कहता है डेली मुझे चाहिए 1000 रुपए. ओके, मैं पेंटिंग करके दूंगा. तो ऐसे आप पेंटर ले आते हैं, आप किसी जने खाने को पकड़ के ले आते हैं. सो व्हाई नॉट ट्रेन द पेंटर्स हाउ टू डू अ वंडरफुल पेंटिंग जॉब. Second, the painters will give a swearing thing. They will only use patient paint and associated materials when they do the painting. Number three, why can't for end customers we create an opportunity for them to actually see a paint at work? So they created structures in all major cities in India, and they created at least one imarat बनाई उन्होंने, building बनाई, ground floor, first floor, second floor. For what? It's an office. It's a commercial building. But they made like mini apartments. So ground floor पे बनाया जी दीवान area, living room area, drawing room area. फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे बनाए बेडरूम, सेकंड फ्लोर पे बनाए बच्चों का बेडरूम, और दीवारों को अलग अलग किस्म के रंग. सो अभी आपको आपको घर का रंग करना है, या आप नई कोठी बना रहे हो, आप नई कोठी क्लिफ्टन में बना रहे हो, आप कंफ्यूज हो किस किस्म का रंग यूज करना है, कैसे सूट होगा, बाकी टेपेस्ट्री के साथ सूट होगा कि नहीं, पर्दों के साथ कलर मिले जुलेगा कि नहीं. Okay, so you want to see it, you can go to the Asian Paints facility there. It's called Asian Paints Home Assist or Home Solutions. That's the name of the program. So what do they do there? They will tell you, okay, no problem, ये दीवार है, हम मार के बताते हैं, ये शेड आपको पसंद आया, ये शेड आपको पसंद आया. Wow, it's not traditional shade card. It's actually the product in use. So what is the additional value you're creating for the customer? That's what I'm asking. Are you fulfilling customer needs, making their life much easier? What is the customer value proposition? What is the firm's value proposition? And what is the eco-value system proposition? Here's an example. Amazon, what did they do? They looked at a simple thing like books, and they said customer segment could be just the United States rather than a retail bookstore. Let's go online bookstore. So one example that we saw. Second example is एयरलाइन. ये पीआई वालों को जो सख्त जरूरी ये बताना पीआई वालों को, बिकॉज पीआई वाले कहते हैं लॉस पे चल रहा है पीआई. ओके, बंदा ही नट गया और डेप्यूटी सीईओ ही लाके पैसे नट गया, कोई प्लेन भी लाके नट गया, कोई पायलट ही नट गया. ओके, पता नहीं क्या क्या नट गया. Okay, so now we want to benchmark and see the world's most successful airline. Why is that? Because it is 47 years and not even a single quarter they have made a loss. Why? Let's question why. Many reasons why. But first, let's question one thing, that their segmentation is they only fly within the United States. They got over 500 aircrafts. पर आज दिन तक उन्होंने उल्टी हिम्मत नहीं की है कि वी विल फ्लाई फ्रॉम JFK टू लंदन। हम हिम्मत करते हैं जी, हम कराची से प्लेन जहाज चला देते हैं कि भाई जा मलेशिया, और जहाज वापस ही नहीं आता मलेशिया से। मलेशिया वाला कहता है इधर ही रहने दो। Okay, so why they're flying only United States? Why they're flying only United States? Cost efficiency, license efficiency. They're not paying for landing in any other airport out of the country. Refueling cost, all of that. Refueling, catering, layover of the cabin crew, उसी में दिवाला निकल जाता है एयरलाइन का। क्यों? हमारे कैप्टन साहब जाते हैं, कैप्टन जहाज लेके पेरिस में, फिर कहते हैं ड्यूटी खत्म, तो PI वाले क्या कहते हैं जी, आप आराम करें रात को अच्छे से 5 स्टार होटल में। कैप्टन क्या कहता है, अगले दिन मेरा पेट खराब है, मैं जहाज नहीं चला सकता हूँ, ठीक है ना, मुझे एक दिन और पेरिस में आराम करने दो। ओके, कोई कोई लोग तो पेरिस में ही मिसिंग हो जाते हैं, पुलिस वाले जाते हैं ढूंढने कि PI का पायलट ही कहाँ मिसिंग है। आपने पढ़ा होगा अखबार में। So we don't want all of that. All that eliminated. We will fly only continental United States, and we'll fly only one type of aircraft, 737. एक ही किस्म का जहाज, नॉट अलग अलग किस्म के जहाज। We have got in PIA जंबो भी है, 747 भी है, बोइंग भी है, एयरबस भी है, ATR भी है, पुराना खटारा सा भी है, पता नहीं पहुंचेगा पहुंचेगा नहीं पहुंचेगा। ओके ओके, सो वी डोंट नो। Now imagine the cost of maintaining different aircrafts, cost of training people on different aircraft, cost of training pilots on different aircraft, cost of catering services on different type of aircraft. So what is one unique plus of Southwest Airline? ना किसी ने रिश्वत ली है, ना किसी ने रिश्वत खाई है, ना किसी ने रिश्वत दी है। Why? One type of plane, one combination of the aircraft. Okay, सारे जहाज उसी किस्म के हैं। तो अगर समझो एक जहाज में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, मुझे एक पहिया चाहिए, एक जहाज जो है उसको इंजन खराब है, उसका पहिया निकाल के मैं दूसरे जहाज में लगा सकता हूँ। I can do cannibalization like this simply because Southwest Airline business model is unique. Southwest Airline business model is unique because all employees are shareholders of the airline. IKEA ले लें आप, IKEA, I don't know, IKEA expanding in a big way in India. IKEA already very big in the Middle East. So what is it? DIY. What is DIY? मुझे एक सोफा चाहिए, मैं एक सोफा खरीदता हूँ IKEA से और घर पे ले आता हूँ। वो सोफा किस हालत में है, वो सोफा जो है किस हालत में है, इट इज नॉक डाउन फर्नीचर। मैं घर पे आता हूँ, बक्सा खोलता हूँ, खुद बक्सा खोलता हूँ, एक पेचकस चाहिए मुझे, स्क्रू ड्राइवर चाहिए, एक हथौड़ा चाहिए, और पूरा डायग्राम है, इडियट प्रूफ डायग्राम है। मतलब बड़ा बेवकूफ भी बंदा होगा ना तो भी गलती नहीं कर सकता है। डायग्राम होगा, एक पुर्जा दूसरे पुर्जे से कैसे जोड़ना, मैं खुद जोड़ लूंगा घर पे। वाओ! सो टुडे IKEA market leader in its category. So what examples you have of business model innovation in Pakistan or elsewhere in the world that you can think of? With all these examples I gave you, what examples you have of business model innovation in Pakistan? I have, but I want to listen to you. You're from Pakistan, so you should be able to tell me. क्या मिसाल दे सकते हो आप? मिसाल दीजिए मुझे। Excellent. I need answers from all of you. Superb. Daraz, good. Excellent. Give me an example. Park Wheels. Excellent, Irfan. Wonderful. What about Walls Ice Cream? Walls Ice Cream भी innovation है। आप अपना खुद का मैग्ना बना सकते हो कराची में, है ना बीबी? बंद तो नहीं हो गया ना वॉल्स? So very good examples are there in Pakistan of business model innovation. किसी ने हट के सोचा. Munchies by Unilever, excellent. Uber Kareem, वो पाकिस्तानी नहीं है पर हाँ पाकिस्तान में मौजूद है. खुरम, correct. Okay, so I like you. Walls गए हो कभी मैग्नम शॉप कराची में? You can make your own Magnum. You can have your own Magnum. है ना? है कि नहीं? डॉक्टर गजाला जी चैट में टाइप कर दीजिए. मसूद जी. So let's question. These are all very good. I'm surprised you're not looking at other examples of business model innovation. You have example PTCL, though it was government in orientation in Pakistan. Today, a company like PTCL has gone into, example, internet space because a home line, people don't need a home line anymore. So getting into internet space was a natural next extension for Pakistan telecommunication. Okay, so there are many examples, private sector, government sector, semi-government, even in Pakistan, where there's been business model innovation, where you think differently. You look at added innovation that has then multiple benefits, ripple benefits, you have accelerator benefits for all the stakeholders. So now let's look at the second part of our session. Why is this required? Why do you think, what are the advantages? इससे क्या फायदा होगा जी? इसमें क्या फायदा होगा अगर हम बिजनेस मॉडल इनोवेशन करेंगे, अगर कुछ इनोवेशन या नए तौर तरीके के बारे में सोचेंगे? What will be the payoff? What do you think? Everybody type, please. What do you think is going to be the payoff? Masood's typing, Irfan Bhai is typing, Khurram is typing, excellent. Zishan typing, everybody type. What will be the payoff if अगर हर एक बंदा ऐसे ही सोचने का अंदाज ऐसे ही होगा बंदे का, तो उसका नतीजा क्या होगा? If everybody thinks like this, and what will be the payoff value? If I'm just a ketchup person, I'm just making only ketchup. There is one company in Lahore that makes only ketchup, but thank God, the owner, wonderful. There were two brothers. One brother decided to stay back in India. तो इंडिया कंपनी का नाम है किसान. पाकिस्तान में आपको पता है उसका नाम क्या है? कौन है मार्केट लीडर केचप में, टोमेटो सॉस में? आज उन्होंने 100+ प्रोडक्ट्स ऐड किए हैं. जैम है उनका, सब कुछ है उनका. तो आपको अलग तरीके से सोचना है. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन? You will be single product. You'll become extinct. You'll not be able to survive in difficult times. So why we need business model innovation? Let's see. Older models are copied easily from others. Very good. We need to increase profitability more so in difficult times. We need to keep our communication on with the customers. We want new avenues for growth. If we don't look at new avenues, so let's take a simple entrepreneur like a wonderful woman in Clifton. Her name is Aga Noor. अगर आगा नूर ने कमीजों का बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया है, okay, she makes कमीज, okay, she makes कुर्ते, आगा नूर की कुर्तियां. So if Aga Noor kurtiyan, she does not look at any new innovation, no new extension, then no ladies will go there. Now, if you go to Clifton area and you walk into Aga Noor ki dukaan, तो some ladies are fighting with one another. They're literally pulling है. या मैंने पहले देखा है, मैं खरीद रही हूँ. Sorry, मैंने already खरीद चुकी हूँ. आप ट्राई भी ना करें, फिर वो अदर लेडी के चंबा नहीं मैं खाली देख रही थी बेटा, तू ही खरीद ले. Okay, so why is such a scenario created by Aganur? Because she is providing added value to the customer. She's making one of its kind unique design, and she's replenishing the design. She is giving you different fabric. Cotton में है, lawn में है, satin में है, silk में है, एम्ब्रॉयडरी कढ़ाई के साथ है, एम्ब्रॉयडरी के साथ है, विदाउट एम्ब्रॉयडरी है. She is able to cater to different tastes, and she is able to cater to different audiences, and that is the secret of her innovation. Okay, and plus she's everywhere. Her footprint is in Dolmen Mall, her footprint is in Clifton Mall, her footprint is in Dubai, her footprint is even in India. Okay, so she's a wonderful example. Otherwise, I will just be Gul Ahmad. ओके, मैं खाली फैब्रिक बनाते जाऊंगा. गुल अहमद, चल 3 पीस सलवार कमीज सूट ला ले, गुल अहमद. So what is the value addition? If I come up with something different that the customer doesn't have access to, and that will give me revenue, that will make me more mature, that will give me a revenue stream, that will help all my stakeholders grow. So let's see examples. Wonderful study by IBM. Why? Because IBM licked all the way through by competition. IBM verge of extinction at one time. Why? Last company to get into example operating system other than disk operating system. Last company to enter into PC business. Last company in the world to enter into software development. Last company to enter into shared services. Last company to enter into outsourced businesses. So, big study done by IBM Global. In fact, the global CEO said, what's going wrong? Why is IBM not having the growth that it should have? Because they found those companies are engaged in business model innovation. They're able to reduce costs. They're able to have more strategic flexibility. Okay? They're able to focus and do more better specialization. Main thing is cost can be reduced. Let's see. Another part of the study said, what about competition? They become outperformers. You go far ahead of competition. How? Simple thing like operating margin growth. So I was talking to Masood Saab before everybody joined in about pharma. So India mein company Cipla. It was started by Dr. Hamid. और डॉक्टर हमीद ने ये कंपनी स्टार्ट की और टुडे दे आर आउट परफॉर्मर. तो इफ यू लुक एट देयर इंडिकेटर्स, तो उनकी प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इट इज वे बियॉन्ड अदर फार्मा कंपनीज. सेकंड, वो खाट फार्मा का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं मैं. डॉक्टर खुराकी वाला, okay, Taijun Kharakiwala and his brothers, all of them started Wokhat. So today they are outperformers. Not only have they sold one part of the pharma business, but a related part of the pharma business, they are outperforming. Why? Because they created their own hospital also. One idea that came into their mind is, अगर हमारा खुद का अस्पताल होगा तो हमारी दवाई हम खुद के अस्पताल में भी यूज कर सकते हैं. So today Wockhardt hospitals are the biggest consumers of their own medicines. Okay, their own brands. They will not buy competition brand because एक opportunity मिल गई उनको खुद अपने brand को use करने में. Okay, so margin growth possible, significant growth possible. Annual compound growth over 5 years is significantly higher. I mean, you see, normally it will be like 6% growth, 5.5% growth. Whereas others who are just innovating on products, they are growing, but at a marginal pace. If you improve your operations, there will be growth, but it will be marginal growth, maybe minus growth. But if you're doing business model innovation, it'll be significant growth. What about shareholder return? Over a 3-year period, shareholder return 8.5%. This is basically on the shareholder return. Okay, so it is the TSR, meaning the shareholder return. The total shareholder return is total TSR 8.5. 5-year period 6.1. So significant results possible by thinking this way. By actually going as early adopter, you get the advantage too, rather than you're stagnating. If you're waiting for something, then you'll stagnate. Example, why not dissolvables? Just like example, we have one cough drop, strepsils. Strepsils गोली चूसनी पड़ती है, पर strepsils ने एक स्ट्रिप चालू कर दिया. वो आप अपनी जुबान पर रखें, मुंह बंद करें, पिघल जाएगी तो जुबान पे ही. तो आपको ट्रेडिशनल चूसने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये पानी के साथ swallow करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So how about medication? that could be put on your tongue and it could dissolve. So if you look at some sustainable product successes, you can have early technology adoption that will give you a competitive advantage. So those who are able to do this first are automatically getting competitive advantage and aligned to market, aligned to the changing trends as well. So those who are innovating, they are aligning, they're reducing the gap between what the market wants and what they're offering. So how do you think, last part of our session, how do you think we should be doing this business model innovation? कैसे ये ख्याल कैसे आना चाहिए दिमाग में और business model innovation? लिखें जी, where do you think these ideas should come from for business model innovation? We should wait for some consultant to give the idea. कहाँ से आएंगे idea? लिखें आप. Where will we get? How to get these ideas? कहाँ से आएंगे? Excellent. Zeshan Saab saying when market gap increases, customers' needs are not addressed. That is opportunity for business model innovation. When times are challenging like current times, हमें सोचना है तो एक इंडिया में एक परफेक्ट केस स्टडी है एक फूड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनी मतलब आपको आपको समझो लाल किला रेस्टोरेंट में जाना है पर कोविड हो गया है तो घर वाले कहते हैं नहीं जी ने घर पे मंगा लेते हैं खाना तो कंपनी इज कॉल्ड स्विगी सो स्विगी's business was picking up your khana from wherever you want and they will deliver to you. They charge you per kilometer कि उनके बाइक पे सवार डिलीवरी बॉय देयर लाइक कोरियर कंपनी बट खाना कोरियर कंपनी ओके समझो मुझे ये मेमन एरिया जो है वहां पे मुझे गोला बहुत पसंद है गोला गोला शरबत मुझे ठंडा ठंडा गोला शरबत पीना है और बड़ी मतलब बड़ी चाह हो रही है कि भाई वही गोला खाना चाहिए मेमन एरिया से पता नहीं कौन सा एरिया है वो कराची में बहुत जबरदस्त गोला देते हैं एक गोला जबरदस्त है पर मैं मेरे पास ना वक्त है वहां जाने का ना मेरे पास गाड़ी है पर मुझे वही गोला गोला शरबत पीना है मुझे so I can ask Swiggy in a place like Mumbai, they will bring the gola for me from anywhere that I ask for, and I can pay online. अब कोविड की वजह से क्या हुआ जी पीपल स्टॉप ऑर्डरिंग फूड फ्रॉम आउटसाइड बिकॉज पीपल सेड नहीं बाहर का डब्बा है उसको ना हाथ लगाओ any package could also contain COVID because surface issue. So what happened? उनके बंदे ऐसे वेले बैठे हैं. So they had to do business model innovation. How? They saw this as an opportunity. What is that? People want dawaiyan in such a situation. People want alternative medicines also. They want homeopathy. They want immunity building products. They want to eat more, drink more haldi. They want to eat something जहाँ से कोई भी कहता जी ये खा तेरी इम्यूनिटी बढ़ जाएगी ओके मैं खा लेता हूँ क्यों मुझे ट्रायल एंड एरर इन द बिगिनिंग लास्ट ईयर एग्जैक्टली 11 months back last April people were willing to try anything भाई इम्यूनिटी मेरी जो शक्ति है बढ़ जानी चाहिए इम्यूनिटी बढ़ जानी चाहिए सो हु विल ब्रिंग द हल्दी फॉर मी घर की हल्दी खत्म हो गई अभी हल्दी कहां से मंगाए स्विगी कॉल्ड दैट इनोवेशन जीनी जैसे अलादीन मैजिक लैम्प आप लैम्प को पॉलिश करो जीनी हाजिर हो जाता है मैं जो है आपका खादिम हूं हुक्म करें मैं ले आता हूं आपके लिए सो जीनी कॉन्सेप्ट and what happened company earned millions in the last 1 year with this simple idea why is that because they said we'll pick up your medicine we'll pick up anything point A to point B we'll charge you per kilometer okay and that is also nominal 20 rupees per kilometer वाह जी वाह ना मुझे लाइन में खड़े रहने की जरूरत ना कुछ so challenging times आगा you get 11 out of 10 in your report card you are absolutely right in such situation we are not thinking differently तो कब सोचेंगे हम necessity is mother of invention Micro and macro challenges give you opportunity to think differently. We have to think differently. So here are some final points on how to get business model innovation. Look at non-customers. Who's not your customer? Why they're not buying our product? Why are people buying? Why are some people not buying? What are the barriers? So once I ask these questions, I will get source for inspiration. What is that? I look at non-customers. I look at my competition's customers, and maybe I do some focus group with them and ask them, by how can I make them buy from me? I see trends. These are called PESTEL. PESTEL is abbreviation. It's a mnemonic invented by McKinsey. PESTEL stands for political environment, economic environment, social environment, technological environment, legal environment, and ecological environment. तो क्या क्या तब्दीलियां हो रही हैं in the environment? So maybe FTA की कोई तब्दीलियां हो रही हैं, फूड एंड ड्रग अथॉरिटी में कोई तब्दीलियां हो रही हैं, सो आई सी एन अपॉर्चुनिटी देयर, ओके, या फूड एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में नेगेटिव तब्दीलियां हो रही हैं, that is then affecting me on a certain business model. I'll have to immediately transgress to another business model. Your own company is opportunity for you to look at. Where? Look at your existing business model. Do a SWOT on your business model. क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा है, which product line is not selling. आप समझो एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हो दवाइयां, then is it bulk pharma, is it packaged pharma, what are the weaknesses, why the doctors are not prescribing your medicine in Pakistan, why they're not prescribing made in Pakistan medicine, okay, जबकि रियलिटी ये है, हकीकत ये है कि it is made in Pakistan with the best condition, best hygiene, best housekeeping. It is meeting even US FDA guideline. But तो भी हमारे डॉक्टर कहता नहीं, ये पाकिस्तानी दवाई है, मत खरीदो. So how can I change that mindset? That is an opportunity, because that is a weakness and an opportunity. My capabilities, my core competencies. So one company like First Source in India. First Source was created by one of the top 5 banks in India to do back-end processing. So they said, what are our people's competencies? The back-end processing was data entry. वो data entry करे जा रहे हैं, करे जा रहे हैं, करे जा रहे हैं. So how else can we use the competencies of our people? They are very good in using the keyboard. But besides the bank's data, what are the data can they key? Rest is all fabulous. Companies now, $1 billion company. You can Google and check it out. Companies called First Source. So what do they do now? Now they do all Kindle content. In fact, when Amazon set up Kindle, Amazon was perplexed how to convert a hard book copy content into Kindle content, how to make it soft and make it compatible on the Kindle platform. So only one company came to the rescue in the world. So all of Kindle content, Kindle has millions of books now on Kindle, are all done through First Source, which is actually बैंक का आउटसोर्स्ड ऑपरेशन डिपार्टमेंट. आप यकीन माने, समझो हबीब बैंक ने इस किस्म की सोच की कि मेरा जो क्लार्क है खाली वो पासबुक अपडेट करता है, तो और क्या अपडेट कर सकता है. इमेजिन अगर लोगों की जो काबिलियत है उन्होंने अलग तरीके से इस्तेमाल की, then business model will emerge, a new idea will emerge. So market is also throwing up opportunities. What is that? Substitute products throwing up opportunity, buyer's experience throwing up opportunity, existing offerings throwing up opportunity. Two last things here is the 4 V's of a business model. What are the 4 V's? Look at the value network. Who are your customers? Target your customers. What is the solution you're offering? Second is your business model revolves around these 3 V's also: value creation, value capture, and value proposition. What is the value creation that I will do? Production, distribution. What is the value creation? What is the value proposition? What is the economic logic? What is the revenue? What is the benefit that I will create? And what is the value capture for everybody, all the stakeholders in the process? My second last exercise for you, and then we'll throw the floor to questions, answers. Yeah, I have 2 mini exercises after this. So type this. This is for you to type. क्या करना चाहिए, पहले क्या करना चाहिए? सो टॉप पे है बिजनेस मॉडल इनोवेशन. अभी एक सीडी बना दी मैंने, 1 2 3 4 कदम आपको उठाने हैं. क्या करना चाहिए? समझो आपको बिजनेस मॉडल इनोवेशन करना है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? This is third last slide. We will end soon. क्या करना चाहिए? Wow. Somebody tried to type on that and doing a great job. That somebody is Zishan Saab, designer strategy. Get your upper management on board. Wow. Alicia, excellent. टाइप करें इरफान भाई, इस पे आप टाइप कर सकते हैं. T for text. एंड जो आपने लिया है वो कलम है, आपको हैंड से ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा. या T text. See this? I am showing other people's responses to you. Superb. See, Alicia saying, get your upper management and go board. Identify the problems your customers are having. Wow. Zishan Saab saying, choose market niche, choose product for your market niche, design a strategy. Wow. 10 out of 10. Jabardast. Identify your strength, Khuramji. Identify your weakness. Benchmark with competition. Wow. जवाद भाई, वाह, करो कोशिश, करो. ये टूल जबरदस्त है. Just final one is 3 slides and then we'll wrap up. ये सारा सेव हो जाना है. We'll send to you. Okay. So most people I like this one, Zishan. Choose market niche, choose product for your market niche or niche, design a strategy. You will be able to do it. Alicia, excellent. Superb 4 steps that you listed there as well. So the difficulty lies not in the ideas, but in escaping from, not in the new ideas, but in escaping from old ones. Okay. So how will you summarize what you learned in this session? And then we'll wrap up. What did you learn in this session? In the last 1 hour, 5 minutes that we've been on, what did you learn? 1 hour, 5 minutes. We started 5 minutes late. 5 minutes overrun. What did you learn? What is takeaway for you from this session? Okay, everybody try to give the answer. 7 people not responding. Masood Saab, where are you? Dr. Ghazala not responding. Aga not responding. Khurram Ali Saab, where are you? Jawad Sheikh Saab, where are you? Excellent. So bring business model innovation in your organization. Alicia, excellent. Excellent, Irfan Bhai. Make sure you will become obsolete. You work on your obsolescence before somebody else makes you obsolete. Kill your own products before somebody kills you and your products. Excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful quotation. Innovation today is the key for success. So how did you like this session? You can give your rating for this session, hour, 6 minutes. How did you like this session? Just drag the icon on this last slide. So 10 of you are using this app. Anamji, now up to you. We can throw the floor to questions and then wrap up. Quick question. Who would like to ask question? I'll end this app. Questions.
I
क्या
think,
पूछना चाहते हैं आप? हाँ.
yeah, we can take ask this from audience. If they have any questions, we can definitely answer. Or later on, I can put
No problem.
our
Let them
email
ask if
address
they want to.
where,
Yeah.
where they can
कुछ
connect.
पूछना चाहते हैं आप?
No, thank you very much. And it was a nice session, Sunil Gupta, and nice
Thank you.
hearing to you. and overall presentation and your ideas is very much healthy for us and fruitful for us. Thank you.
इरफान भाई कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आप?
I was impressed by your localized examples, whether it was India or Pakistan. And that makes a huge difference in the audience,
Right.
because either you connect or you just think, ना ये किसी और ज़माने की, किसी और जहाँ की बात हो रही है, हमारी नहीं हो रही.
Right. Anybody else? Any other
Very good.
comments? Thank you. Any other comments? Anybody? Khurram Saab. Okay, so thank you so much. You can be in touch with me. You can be in touch. So those of you who want, you can be in touch. I will give you my email ID.
So we'll wind up the session over here.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Learning Minds. And thank you so much, Anand, for coordinating all this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.